going on, guys? What's going on? Just get this. Think everybody can hear me now. I think everybody can hear me. Got like 4 seconds left, but bleh. Like, whatever. This actually isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. This is not near as bad as I thought it would be. Oh, there's the CJ Beathard Ducks that we're used to. That's what I expected. He's been playing pretty good. Until this last drive, he hasn't been too bad. He's big. Hasn't been too bad. All right. So what can he do? Oh, they're trying to rule if this is a fumble or not. I have like 2 different microphones here I'm trying to work with. So we'll see. Let's see if this. There we go. That works. They can hear me. You guys can hear me there, right? Anywho, as we sit here and watch if this is going to be a fumble or not. And yeah. Can you guys hear me when I have the microphone down like right here? Somebody comment if you think it's too low. Because I just have my microphone that's to my other headset over my neck, and then this one's connected to my phone. So, make sure that's up. Go live. Okay. There we go. Now I think everything's set up. I'm trying to figure out if Beathard fumbled the ball. They're trying to figure out if Beathard fumbled the ball. We might have started this just a bit early. I gotta admit, though, the Prime stream for the first time, this is a stream that's not giving me a bunch of hiccups. I do not have many good things to say about Amazon. Despite having Amazon Prime, I really have personal reasons to why I do not like Amazon. But I gotta say, this stream is actually better than what you would get on Fox Sports or NFL, which is pretty sad. Like, they've had all this time to get crystal clear 4K streams, and it takes Amazon to give me a stream that's not hiccupy, that's not stuttering, that's not having problems. Last night I was watching on the Fox Sports app, and I switched over to the Prime and didn't have issues. So I don't know what the deal is, if it's the bandwidth or what it is, but like, it's pretty sad that Amazon can get this right. And yeah, okay, here we go. Call stands. What was the call originally? Was it a fumble? I didn't know. I was too busy getting this thing up here. So 1st and 10. Looks like we lost the ball. Yep. Okay, so we did. That was a fumble. Okay. Well, protect CJ better. That's all I can say about that. 11th fumble. Yep. Looks like we lost the ball with 8 seconds to go. Wonderful. There we go. This has been pretty. Oh, now Shanahan's fighting with the ref. This is good. He is stating his case, and he is stating his case, and he is stating his case. Well, the Niners did look good for a little bit. They look pretty good. It's just they're injured, and Richie James can't catch the ball, and I don't know. Those kind of drops are not. There was a throw from CJ Beathard, wide open Richie James, right into the gut. Should have caught it. Absolutely no reason he shouldn't have caught that. He drops it. Like that is a drop. Like, you do that once, you should be kicked off the team. Like, one of those kinds of drops, you just don't drop those. Obviously, you don't go anything that irrational kicking them off the team, but that's how bad the drop it was. That is how bad the drop was. Like, you do not drop those. Kyle Juszczyk had the same thing, but at least he hauled it in, and it was like kind of jarred loose. Like, James wide open, just I didn't catch it, and that's the end of the game. No field goal. They're off to the locker room. Merry Christmas to everybody. A day late. I am Patrick Holloway. I am here to talk to you about 49ers-Cardinals. We're up by a point. 49ers are up by a point, and they get the ball back at the half. Very positive. A lot of positivity I can see from this game. CJ Beathard doesn't look too bad. Is he going to be the second coming of Jimmy Garoppolo? No, he's not. There's no QB controversy. There's none of that. But he doesn't look too bad. He's serviceable. In fact, I kind of wonder what was the big problem here, because he looks better than Mullins did, in my opinion. In my humble opinion, he looks way, way, way better than Nick Mullins. So I don't know why he was held out for so long, but I'm just pulling my microphone up here so we can make sure everybody can hear me. Okay. I don't know why he was held out for so long, but he doesn't look too bad. Like, he's not like a starting quarterback or anything, but he doesn't look awful besides that fumble he just had, which, bleh. What do you expect at this point? 49ers defense has put together a pretty good game despite two solid specials. First one, I just called it. It was 4th and 1. I said, solid special. Here it comes. And I was right. It was a solid special. And then another 4th down that was converted, which that's just maddening about Saleh. He's a good D coordinator. I'll give him that. I've always never said he's bad. He's never bad. But I'm so tired of these 3rd and longs and 4th and longs, and somehow they always get converted. It's just like, dude, come on. But still, Kyler Murray, we've actually sacked him. They've actually got a sack on Kyler Murray. Speaking of Kyler Murray, I was surprised that when CJ Beathard took his run down the field for 17 yards, that helmet-to-helmet hit didn't get a flag, because if it was Kyler Murray that took that headshot, that field would have been blanketed in flags. Yeah, whatever you say, NFL, about keeping people safe. Whatever you say, you do you. Here's some stats for you. CJ Beathard's 5 for 9, 87 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 sacks, a quarterback rating of 125.7. Yep, 125.7. We'll let that sink in for a second, because I never thought we'd say 3 digits of CJ Beathard ever again. Arizona, Kyler Murray, 16 for 27, 118 yards, no touchdowns, 1 sack, 69.7 rating. Jeff Wilson Jr. has your lone touchdown with a catch and run. It was almost the same play. Might have been the exact same play. Excuse me, I'm thinking of the wrong game. It was the same play the Niners scored against the Cardinals with, using Raheem Mostert, because Mostert called it out on Twitter, said that play, I recognized it. I was thinking of the Jeff Wilson game-winning touchdown from 2019. But that's the one touchdown we have. George Kittle has a nice little catch and run for 24 yards. He's on a pitch count today. Defense has not been bad. Kerry Hyder holds the 1 sack of the day, got Kyler Murray very nicely. Kyler Murray, he's doing Kyler Murray things, and somehow there's a Witherspoon pass that was caught by, I think it was DeAndre Hopkins, and Witherspoon. It was like classic Witherspoon from the Minnesota game last year. He just let the guy open. It's probably why Witherspoon will not have a starting role, but he's still a serviceable backup, because he's been pretty good. Besides that, he's been pretty good. Marcel Harris gets a shout out today. He's been making tackles all over the field, making that case to be a safety next year, or starting safety. I personally would go more with Tart, if they can keep him, but we are strapped for cash, so that might just not happen. Let's other thing to bring up. This is what I got for Christmas. Shout out to Matt Barrows. If These Walls Could Talk, it's a collection of stories from the 49ers. I think the first story starts back in 2003. I haven't gone too far into this, but this is a good read. I've heard nothing but good things about this. I'm looking forward to flipping through more of it. I've got a bunch of books for Christmas. I put it on that one. I put it on the Twitter camera. I share 2 different cameras. Okay. They're still showing all the past breakups that have happened. Yeah, there's another guy the 49ers will probably not be able to afford. That's Jason Verrett. Let's see what's going on here. B. Mills is the man. Keeping Verrett should be a priority. Yes. The problem is, I don't think they're going to be able to afford him. There are so many players right now they can't afford. Trent Williams will be the priority. They have got to have a left tackle. I'm sorry, I do not want a rookie left tackle in there. That is in my opinion, and you can argue with me, that is probably the top 5 most important positions in football. I wouldn't say it's top 2 like they say in Blindside, but it's definitely in the top 5. That is a very, very important position. He's just getting his feet wet again in football. I think he'll be a beast next year. He wants to be there. Hopefully, he will not make us have to back up a Brinks truck for him, because if he's willing to take a pay cut for maybe some longevity, something along those lines, I think that's a good match made in heaven. He wants to be there, but Williams is going to be he is going to be the most biggest priority signing of the 49ers. Looking up something here. Making sure I have the right guy, Trent Williams. I always get names mixed up with them, and I get my Trents mixed up. So I was making sure I was saying the right guy before I embarrassed myself. But yeah, that's who we're going to need. Let's see. Let's check the Facebook. We got, by the way, if you are on 49ers Nor YouTube, head on over to Niners Nor's Facebook page. If you're on Niners Nor's Facebook page, head to Niners Nor's YouTube page. If you're on either of those, go to my Twitter feed at Pat O. Holloway. Follow, like, or block. If you want to block me, you can do that too. But the circle of social media, because we don't have the old place anymore promoting this. So, Mike Derby, to afford everyone, it's probably time for Jimmy to go. Here's my thing on quarterbacks, guys. Steph McCarroll made a really good point. She does think, we all remember Steph. Steph's awesome. Steph made a point that she thinks the 49ers will take a quarterback. I agree. I do think they'll take a quarterback. She also thinks they will keep Jimmy Garoppolo. And I begin to think, yes, they will. I think there could be someone they could take in the second round, and they could have them sit behind Garoppolo, and that could light a fire under Garoppolo's butt and basically say, hey, if you don't do your job, we can go to this guy. Joe Montana, we got the best of Joe Montana when Steve Young was on the sidelines. You got the best of Joe Montana when Steve Young was on the sidelines, because he knew Steve Young could take his job at any point, so he played better. And I think the same kind of mentality could be used for Garoppolo. You never know. Maybe Zach Wilson drops to the second round. Maybe nobody went to his birthday party, so they think he's not a first-round pick. I don't know. We'll have to see. But I do think that they will take a quarterback early, and it'll be one that's heavily researched with the intent to light a fire. But they'll keep Jimmy Garoppolo. Putting a new quarterback into that system in year one got disaster written all over it. You never want a rookie quarterback starting. I know that some teams do it. I would prefer no. I would prefer he gets there, you make him sit, you make him want to play, you make him play hard, and then you make him sit again. I've said the biggest mistake the 49ers made was making Colin Kaepernick the starter when they did. In hindsight, I really think after Alex Smith got better, they should have put Kaepernick back on the sidelines. It should have been just like, okay, you know what it's like to be a starter now, get back to work. Because that makes them really want to work harder and get that chip going and stuff. But they gave him the starting, and I think that just kind of I think in hindsight that was a bad decision. I think Kaepernick should have waited a little bit longer, but that's me, and that's an unpopular take. So let's see here. What's going on Twitter right now? Maxo WGF is saying Garoppolo quit on the team. No, he did not. No, Garoppolo did not quit on the team. MetLife made him quit the team. MetLife Stadium made him tear his ankle up and take a vicious headshot on the same play. And then it was re-aggravated in the Seattle game. Garoppolo did not quit on the team. If Garoppolo quit on the team, he wouldn't be having all the support that he has as a quarterback of the 49ers. They would not be supporting him. They would not be behind him. But he is like the unquestioned leader of that locker room. He loves football. He did not quit on the team. No, I vehemently disagree with you on that one. He did not quit on the team in the slightest. That is not. There are players that quit on the team. That is not a player who quit on the team. That is a player who's getting shut down, and they're taking it easy with him because they don't want to ruin their investment. Let's see what else we got here. Zeke Jr., cut D Ford. How much money can we save? I believe it's somewhere in the neighborhood of 6 or 7 million, my friend. 6 or 7 million. That neighborhood is what they can get. I don't know. I mean, part of me says do it and then go get Kerry Hyder or something. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know why I even entertain the thought of bringing him back, because he has not played at all. And he's, if you look at how much money he was paid per snap, it's ridiculous. Like his health is just like, if you're not going to play, get him off. But I'm also just like, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, I don't know. I don't want to let him go and have him go bust out somewhere else. I do think, speaking of health, if you're talking about people getting fired, and I've seen some people with the really bad takes of saying Kyle Shanahan should get fired. One, that's stupid. Not one part of me says, oh, let's go back to the doors of revolving head coaches, and that's when the team quits on the coach. I don't want to go back to that. I don't think you do either. Nobody wants to go back to that. So step away from the ledge for that take. But while I don't think Kyle Shanahan's going to get anything, and he's not. He's there for 6 years, guys. He has no offsetting language in his contract. That means that he's not going anywhere, and you don't want him going anywhere. He's a good coach. No coach could have done that. Okay, off tangent. I do think, though, the strength and conditioning staff, there might be some changes this offseason. There just might be some changes. That's just, I haven't heard anything. I'm just looking and saying, if you're thinking somebody's going to get canned, that might be the direction to look, is right there, because this was an experiment. This was them wanting to unify the way things work, because they had bad injuries in 2018. They had all that injury-riddled 2018 season when they fired the strength and conditioning staff. And then they got the 2019 season where it was okay, and now we're back to injury. So I think there might be some changes coming in that room. That might be where they look to make some changes, because whatever. It looks like the game's back on. Looks like they're approaching the field. Let's see what else we got here. I'll take some more questions real quick. Yes, Zeke is right. Kyle Shanahan should not be fired. Whoever thinks Kyle Shanahan should be fired, think about what you're saying here. Think about what you're saying here. Do you want to go back to that, to the Chip Kellys and the Jim Tom Sulas and all that stuff? I agree with Harbaugh. There was something wrong. Regardless of Trent Baalke, something was wrong with Harbaugh. Something was off for the team as time went on with the play calling and everything. He was basically like max power and was just grinding against a rock. And I really think he would have been gone a couple more years. I really do think, because the team would have continued regressing. They were just that stacked, and they had that bad of coaching before Harbaugh got there. But Kyle Shanahan is a good coach. He's taken nothing, and he took him to a Super Bowl last year. He should go nowhere. Step away from the ledge if you want Shanahan gone. Like, Shanahan is good. Not only is he good for the team, the players love to play for him, and he's a good face of the franchise. He's good for the 49ers as far as, as far as a public relations standpoint. He doesn't get into trouble. He's very good with the media. He's very good answering questions. Like, he does all those other things too that make him good. This is just a bad season. He got dealt a very bad hand, and I don't really know very many coaches that could do as well as he did with this hand. Yeah, we've been pretty mad at some of the decisions they've made, but still, there's not very many coaches that could do what they've done with as little as they had this year. Shanahan's a hell of a coach, and this is just a bad season, and that's it. That's really all there's to it. All right, it looks like we're seeing replays. We see CJ Beathard hanging out up there. I think the game's back on. Yep, they were getting ready to kick. All right, guys, we'll talk to you later. We have one more game to go, I think. I will see you next week. I hope you all had a Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. I love all of you. Thank you for the support, for the love, for what the hell is he doing? I almost fumbled the ball. Love the support. We'll see you next week. And then, yeah, that's it. Go Niners, everybody.